Dragging it out is just hurting myself and him more. This is not fair to either of us. I need to do the hard thing that needs to be done.
You got to learn to love yourself, man. You know, I can imagine you the type of kid who grew up with mommy patting you on the head, telling you that you're mommy's special man, right? And you said to yourself, I'm going to go out there and find a woman to love me just like my mama, right? And I'm never going to give up on her. Newsflash, man. No woman out here is going to love you like your mother.
Get ready with me to break up with my boyfriend of 4 years.
That's some bull.
In that sentence, it doesn't feel real. This has been one of the hardest decisions, and it's definitely going to be one of the hardest videos I ever make. I'm scared. I'm heartbroken. Confused. But I know.
Now, how the hell you gonna say confused when you are the one who put the camera up in your face to come cry in the camera to try to convince us that you're not a shitty person?
I know it's time. I know it's past time. And I just hope someday he's able to see that this really was in both of our best interests. I've always known this day would come. I just never really knew when I would actually have the courage to do it. And today is that day.
Wow.
We met in college. We were dorm room neighbors. And at that time, it felt like right person, right time. Like everything was perfect. We had routine. It was comfortable. It was convenient. It made sense. I was so in love. Really thought, this is it. I'm never gonna have to date again. Like I found my person, found my soulmate. This is the one I'm gonna marry. But as we all know, things change. And that's our situation. I graduated college a year and a half ago. We moved out together, even though he was still in college, and was really super excited. You know, like, this is my first time out of school. I'm ready to kind of explore this life, travel, chase my dreams.
So let me get this straight. College sweethearts, you played like you wanted a serious relationship with old buddy. He agrees. Now, if you let these ladies tell it, a lot of the young cats ain't really on that. You know, they make it seem like young men are non-committal. Young men want to play the field, sow their wild oats, as some would say. But here it is. You found one who really wanted to be down with you, and you felt like he was the right one too. But you also had it planned to eventually break up with him, right? So you was tying up his time when he could have been with somebody who actually gave a damn about him. That's what I'm hearing. Y'all let me know if that's what y'all hearing too. Let's go.
Getting to know myself. And somewhere in that process, I realized I was outgrowing the version of myself that existed in that relationship. It was honestly like so difficult. Felt myself almost having to shrink down to fit into the relationship. That's kind of when problems really started to happen. I've known in my gut that I was not in the right relationship for me for about 2 years now. But I loved him so much that I just kept thinking to myself, things will change. And I think when we hit that 4-year mark, hit it in April, I kind of...
Now, you notice she's saying a whole bunch of nothing, right? And that's another thing I noticed too, right, in these types of situations. They're very light on details, but heavy on the excuses that they need to just, you know, tear the relationship apart, right? This is one of the reasons why men are opting out of traditional relationships and marriages altogether.
Did some deep reflecting. I've been like journaling about this because it's been something that's been on my mind for quite a while.
What about talking to him?
And I noticed some repeated patterns that I was just hoping and wishing would change, but they weren't changing. And another thing I feel like I should add, I don't want to change a person to like fit with me. Like I want to find something that's just natural. We just got to a point where we didn't really see eye to eye anymore. I realized our goals for the future didn't really align. Just certain like things that are definite deal breakers for me. And I was
okay, and the part about the goals for the future, right? You know, if you're really looking for something serious, it's not so much about him molding himself around your plans, then it's about you trying to figure out whether or not your plans can synergize with him. Yes, he may have other plans, but at the end of the day, if you want him to be the one to be the primary breadwinner, then you need to figure out how to make your plans revolve around that guy. Now, if it's too drastic to where you can't really do that, okay, I guess in this modern context, you know, go your way. But that's not what she said, you know. She didn't even sound like she tried. That's just my 2 cents.
Hoping it would change, but that was wishful thinking. I think the part that makes all of this so hard is nothing catastrophic happened. Like, there wasn't any big explosive breakup moment, no cheating, none of that. And
so basically, he was a good dude, right?
That's somehow even more difficult to walk away from. So I packed up 4 years of my life and moved last week. Told them that it was kind of just to find myself and like self-growth, which it totally was. But it was also to separate from the situation and give myself that clarity. Are you making the right decision? Almost immediately.
Dick. It was about going to get some new dick. You know it. I know it. Let's not play make-believe. We all know that's what it was usually. That's usually what it is. Let's go.
I felt some sort of like peace. That distance gave me clarity that I needed. And I just had to sit down and admit to myself, this is not the love that I want to keep choosing. But moving away has been so hard. We do like our nightly FaceTime calls. I almost felt like I had to like act like everything was all fine. And
bro, so this chick goes, oh my goodness, wow. Okay, look, back to the big screen. Listen, my guys, if you're listening in, right, pull in close. Uncle Ejay got some information and game for you, right? If a chick decides that she wants to change the dynamics of your relationship against your best wishes, right? It wasn't something that y'all both agreed upon. Leave her. You know what? I take that back. If she decides that she needs space at any part in that relationship, leave her. Let me tell you why. Because she wants space away from you. She doesn't want space away from interactions with men. She doesn't want space away from, you know, riding the cock carousel, right? Getting her guts pummeled in. You know, she don't want space away from that. No. She just wants space away from you doing that in most cases, especially if she feels the need to move out. Argue with your mama. Let's go.
Dandy, even though it wasn't. And I've been holding it in. Feeling like I'm living a lie like that, honestly, broke me. As much as this breakup is going to hurt, I feel like I'm going to feel relieved.
Oh, wow.
I don't have this weight on my chest anymore. It feels like my life's on pause until I get the thing done. Dragging it out is just hurting myself and him more. This is not fair to either of us. I need to do the hard thing that needs to be done. Loving someone and choosing someone are two very different things. You can love something while still realizing it is not good for you. It's just whether or not you choose to walk away. And now I'm choosing to walk away for both of our own goods. I know for a fact I'm the one that has to do it in order for it to be done, even though we both know that this has to happen. I just had to be honest with myself and realize we are not bringing out the best version of each other anymore. This is not really a healthy relationship anymore.
How is it not a healthy relationship when you say that there's nothing wrong? There's nothing wrong. The only issue is that, to me, just to my estimation, you don't want to tame your base nature. As TLC said in one of their ever so famous songs, don't go chasing waterfalls. Settle for the rivers and lakes that you're used to. This is exactly the type of mentality that breaks up families. Man goes ahead, sacrifices his life, his time, his energy to make sure that this woman who he desires is okay, while at the same time she's plotting her goddamn escape.
To act. I am terrified to start over. I don't want to live a life out of fear. I want a deep love. I know some people might be wondering, like, why are you making a video about this whole thing? I need this for my coping process, all right? My boyfriend was very private, and he kind of wanted me also to be private, which just isn't me. I'm very...
You see what happens to a guy nowadays? Y'all ask, who are the protectors and providers? Who are the traditional men? Well, this is what happened to the traditional men.
Extroverted, I love talking and having fun, and I'm done pretending to be someone that I'm not. And I also know I am most definitely not the only person out there who's going through a situation like this and holding on to something that is slowly killing them.
Wow.
I'm truly, in my heart of hearts, doing what I feel is right. I can't apologize for that. I am really sad, and it's going to be really hard to see him hurting. But
sad. She looks sad.
I know in the long run, this will be for the best for both of us. And I already feel like a part of me that's been missing for so long is coming back. I have no idea what the future has in store. I am optimistic. I'm so proud of myself for sticking to my gut and finally having the courage to follow through. I'm just going to get in there, do it, probably hug forever, and then that'll be it. Don't cry now. You've done so good.
Man, you know, the wildest part about this is she just sat up here in front of her, you know, millions, hundreds of thousands, whatever, strangers, and put on a pretty face to come break your heart, dog. Let that sink in. She put on makeup and did a get ready with me just to go break your heart, my guy. And you know the craziest part about it is, because it sounded like she wasn't really too into putting, effort into her relationship. I bet you for the past couple of years, she wouldn't even get dolled up like that for you. That's the sad part about it. That's the killer part about it, right? So here's the thing. For anybody who's confused, this whole video thing that she did was just a little performance to convince herself that she's not a shitty person. Yo, this is crazy, man. But look, check it out. I found the video that she made after she finally shattered this young man's hopes and dreams. And it doesn't get any better, man. Let's check that out.
So I just did the thing.
Okay. Come to fake tears.
I can't believe I did the thing. That was the hardest goodbye I've ever had to do. I've been bawling for the last 3 hours, so I'm kind of just like numb. We literally hugged for the last 3 hours. And then we decided sitting here is not gonna make any of this easier. We hugged. That's the last time I'm ever gonna see him again.
Okay, now look. I want to feel bad for old buddy, but dog, you sat there with her and y'all hugged for hours and she cried on you. You allow her to play with your emotions like that? Would y'all allow her to play with your emotions like that? Do y'all think any man who got self-respect would allow this broad to play on his emotions like that?
That got me. That got me. He said that to me. He's like, you sure you want this to be the last time we ever see each other again? Straight up. We were gonna have a nice dinner. Sat down, started eating. I couldn't keep it together. I felt like I was gonna throw up. Started bawling.
Wait a minute. I want to make sure I heard this correctly, man. Let me hold on. Make sure I heard this correctly. Let's let this trick say this again.
Hugged. That's the last time I'm ever gonna see him again. Well, that got me. That got me. He said that to me. He's like, you sure you want this to be the last time we ever see each other again? Straight up. We were gonna have a nice dinner. Sat down.
Okay, yep, I heard correctly. So this simp took her out to dinner after all that? Okay, now listen. Right? I understand. Let me go back. Big screen. Okay, look, I understand, young men, right? You've been taught that, fight for what you love. Put an effort in. Show her that you really want her. No, don't do that, man. If a woman really wants you, she's going to make it effortless. She's going to make it known that she wants to be your lady. She's going to be as cooperative as you need her to be. I bet let me put it like this, right? Any chick that feels like you're really worth her time knows that you're possibly in the vicinity of other women who want your time as well. So she's going to do her best to make it known to you that she keep bumping his mic, that she wants you, because she don't want another chick to come in and scoop up the prize. And if you're not the prize in her eyes, dog, you're wasting your time, man. Anyway, I'm not a relationship guru. Just giving you my 2 cents. Let's go.
Started eating. I couldn't keep it together. I felt like I was gonna throw up. Started bawling.
Lies.
He realized, oh, this is something different. Not just, I miss you because I moved back home, He cried. I spilled. Or tried to. I wrote like a whole note I ended up giving him because I was not articulating very well. Literally the last 4 years I spent with him flashed through my head and I just completely lost it. I still do think that this is for the best for the both of us, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. I loved that man. I don't think the emotions have hit. They probably will on my drive home because I'm about to turn on.
The bitch saying this with a semi-smile on her face, man. She sacrificed your love for the sake of a plot line and social media clout. God damn, these women are heartless.
Noah Khan, some sad music. He took it so well. The way that he handled it made it even harder to follow through and do. There was a point when I was like, do I want this? But I have been telling myself that I want this. I could not go back now. I need peace. I need clarity. And I think this is the start of a very exciting new chapter where I find myself, begin my healing process. It's gonna be a lot of emotions, lots of pain, lots of sadness.
Heal from what? Heal from what? You said that it was a good relationship. There was nothing wrong. Heal from what, you goofy? Oh my goodness, man. Look. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Situations like this disturb me because these women will wait until they get into the like late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, talking about there's no good men, as if you did not skip over your husband. Oh man, okay. I'm sounding like KS, man. God rest the dead. Let's go.
But I feel like this might just be the start of something very beautiful. So, yeah. I opened my fortune cookie because we went to Panda Express. It reads, take the risk you've been considering.
Oh man, wow. So this bitch is living her life based on messages she get from fortune cookies. Now listen, while I will say that I believe that she's a shitty, awful person, I do also believe that our guy needs to take accountability. Listen, mister, I don't know your name, right? She was kind enough to not say it. But if you happen to see my video, I'm talking directly to you. You got to learn to love yourself, man. You know, I can imagine you the type of kid who grew up with mommy patting you on the head, telling you that you're mommy's special man, right? And you said to yourself, I'm going to go out there and find a woman to love me just like my mama, right? And I'm never going to give up on her. Newsflash, man. No woman out here is going to love you like your mother. And that's if your mother even loved you. So what you got to learn to do is love yourself enough to know when something is toxic and it's not right for you. The moment that girl started acting like she couldn't reciprocate the type of energy that you was putting out, or like it was a problem to do so, that was your cue to leave her alone, and you didn't. You let her string you along, play with your emotions, move out. You kind of got to take some of the blame, man. I hope that you take this relationship, right, in the way that she played with you, and just put you straight up on social media for the plot line, because guess what? Your mutuals are going to see this, and they're going to know how she handled you. Learn from it, man, and don't let it happen to you again. You deserve better, man.